Good evening, or should I say good morning?
This woman desegregated a lunch counter as a teenager. Let me say that again. She desegregated a lunch counter as a teenager. She walks the walk, folks.
Wow, thank you so much for that gracious introduction. You know, I was looking at that movie there and wondering, who is that lady? My inner child was saying, is that you, Jessie? Is that you? You know, giving honor to the highest and to my fellow honorees, outstanding scholars, provost, chancellor. Seems a little bit out of place for me, a little cotton picker from the Mississippi Delta, grew up picking cotton 2 cents a pound, 10 hours a day. And I'm saying this for the scholars because when they get tired, they can have some relativity. They can refer to me at the age of 5 and 6 picking cotton all day for 2 cents a pound. You know how light cotton is? You may make $2 if you could pick 100 pounds of cotton. Wow, I'm just kind of flabbergasted here, but I'm going to try to stick to what I've written. And I'd like to acknowledge my family because I have lots of family members here. They've come from New Jersey, Chicago, St. Louis, Florida. And I'm just so happy to have them here and the ones from LA too. Thank you all so much for supporting me. And I also would like to acknowledge my father and mother and all of their support. You know, my father was a civil rights worker, and I kind of followed in his footsteps because, you know, I had 7 brothers. I don't know why he chose me to sit at the counter. But I sat at the counter with a SNCC student from Ohio State University, a white guy, and it was uneventful. And I think that's why my father chose me, because I think if he felt that if a male went, it would incite more resentment. I'd like to give a special salute to the UCLA Black Alumni Association, who has for over 17 years continued the legacy of the Winston Doby Scholarship, assisting Black students in matriculating at UCLA undergraduate and now at the medical school because of the Lazy Wyatt Foundation Scholarship. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to share this stage tonight. Our theme for tonight is the power to inspire. Inspire means to innovate, motivate, encourage, and stimulate creativity. We all have that capability. However, to efficiently utilize that trait, we must ask ourselves 3 questions. Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? I'm deeply honored to receive the Jackie Robinson Trailblazer Award for my contributions to medicine, public health, and service to humanity. Jackie Robinson's legacy as a trailblazing athlete and civil rights activist has been a constant source of inspiration for me and for others. His courage and determination in breaking down barriers and fighting for inclusion, equity, and diversity have set an enduring example for us and future generations. Last fall, I learned that from a play called The Life of Paul Robeson in Santa Monica, that Jackie Robinson actually did more than that. He played a role in the production of the first Black president of the United States. Jackie Robinson, Paul Robeson, and Harry Belafonte sponsored the Airlift Education Program, a program developed by African American students, the African American Student Foundation, which provided grants to East African students to come and educate themselves at universities in the United States. And the University of Hawaii was the only one that accepted this gracious proposal. And thus, President Obama's father came to be educated at the University of Hawaii. And the rest is history. Most of my career as a pediatric infectious disease specialist has been directed toward advocacy for underserved populations with a specific focus on women and children. I've blazed a few trails myself. You heard about them as a civil rights activist and being the first student from Tougaloo College to go to Harvard Medical School. You know, it's one thing to be the first one, but you have to make sure you're not the last one. So, since that time, Tougaloo College, which is a small college in Mississippi, we've had now greater than 10 students from Tougaloo College to attend Harvard Medical School. And one of the greatest fruits of my service to humanity as a Harvard fourth-year student was to have what we call an Oprah light bulb moment, revealing the need for an organization of Black women physicians. The idea was inspired by Dr. Vivian Penn, who came over. She was the only Black professor in medicine of all those medical schools in Boston at the time when I was a medical student. She came to speak to the Women in Medicine group, and she talked about the status of Black women physicians. After her talk, I went back to my room and I said, we have to start our own organization. We need to increase the number of Black women in medicine. To visualize, initiate, observe, and participate in the manifestation of this idea called the Association of Black Women Physicians is surreal. The manifestation is just fantastic. Founded in 1982 with 48 founding members, our vision is to empower Black women to lead in health and wellness for ourselves and for our communities. It is the second and longest continuous existing organization of Black women physicians in the United States. I salute the 48 founding members, the 34 presidents that we've had, and the entire ABWP membership for 42 years of service to humanity. We've given scholarships to over 500 young ladies. We've had several of them come back to be president of the organization. And at this time, I would just like the Association of Black Women Physicians, founders, founding members, presidents, and all members to just stand so that we can see you. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am so proud of the work that we've been able to do. Now, I would be remiss to stand here tonight as a trailblazer without acknowledging the trailblazers' shoulders upon which I stand. And I know we don't have time to go through all of them, but you know, Rebecca Lee Crumpler was the first Black woman physician in 1864. She was the first Black woman physician in the United States and also an author. And then we have Ruth Temple, who was actually a founding member of the Association of Black Women Physicians. She was the first Black woman physician, graduated from Loma Linda University in 1918. We gave her the Ruth Temple Award in 1983 at the age of 91, and she passed away the next year. Dr. Pearl McBroom, who was the first Black resident to rotate at the UCLA hospital, I got to meet her too. She went into energy medicine. And then we have our own Dr. Josephine Isabel Jones. She is the first Black cardiologist, pediatric cardiologist in the United States, and is a mentor. She interviewed me for UCLA Medical School. I was accepted at UCLA, but when I got the chance to go to Harvard, I said, oh, I can go to Harvard and then come back to UCLA and do my training. So that's exactly what I did. And we also have another trailblazer, Dr. Richard Allen Williams. Now, both of these people, he's received the same award, the Jackie Robinson Trailblazer Award, and he's just a wonderful mentor for me and for the country. You know, he wrote the book on Blacks in Medicine. And he's also the founder of the Association of Black Cardiologists. I thank him and I thank Dr. Jones for all the things that they've done to make me a successful human being and to enhance my service to humanity. I accept this award with deep humility, for in fact, it represents a new beginning for me. In the spirit of Jackie Robinson, I'm committed to using my platform as an advocate for inclusivity, equality, and diversity in the field of medicine and public health. The award is a testament to the progress we've made, but it also serves as a reminder of the work that still lies ahead. Thank you, UCLA Black Alumni Association, for the recognition, and I'm grateful to the Jackie Robinson Foundation for preserving the legacy of such an extraordinary individual. I would like to dedicate this award to all the physicians, public health providers, women, and unrepresented researchers who continue to overcome obstacles and contribute significantly to the advancement of medical science. I'd like to say also, together let us continue to break barriers and pave the way for a more inclusive and equitable future for the field of medicine and public health, but also for other areas of society. To continue to lift as I climb, I have decided, in honor of Toulouse College and my time at Harvard Medical School and the wonderful time I had at the UCLA School of Public Health as a Robert Wood Johnson Clinical Scholar, to sponsor a scholarship for students who are interested in going into public health. And you know, it's really interesting. It's very interesting because I heard, I think it was Barbara Grace who said that the pandemic was a setback. And it was just prior to me beginning to start my scholarship for the School of Public Health. But remember, a setback is a setup for a comeback. And so at the time, we hadn't worked out the specifics of the scholarship. I just got a letter this year from the dean of the School of Public Health that they were setting up an undergraduate program in public health at UCLA. Now all of the things that we were discussing about the scholarship have been worked out, and it can be given to students in the undergraduate setting at the UCLA undergraduate school. So we're all grateful for that. And I want to apologize to the audience, but you know, I always like to end my speeches by saying something that I think will stay with you. I like to quote Marianne Williamson, and actually Nelson Mandela used this quote in his speech, in his inaugural speech. It's called Our Deepest Fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in each and every one of us. As we let our own light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Thank you so much, UCLA Black Alumni Association. I actually had so much fun working with the executive board, Bobby Grace, LaVont, and Michelle.